Elgin Baylor is considered by many to be one of the greatest NBA players of all time. He made 7 NBA Finals appearances, but lost all of them. His one championship came in 1972, the season that he retired 9 games in because he was too injured to continue. The biggest accomplishment of his career had very little to do with him directly. Knight Artorius is the Elgin Baylor of Dark Souls. Artorius the Abysswalker is known for his thrilling victories over the Abyss. Only, from everything Dark Souls tells us, Artorius has never actually beaten the darkness in any kind of meaningful way. He crushes the regular season, but no doubt this man has never tasted coffee because he can't close for shit. He made a deal with some unnamed beast of the Abyss, probably those no-lip primordial serpents, to be able to traverse their domain in exchange for cursing his greatsword. This deal was probably the single most important thing Artorius ever did, but he sold his feet for boots in the trade. The Abyss made what was probably their greatest threat at the time, roughly 17% less effective at fighting them, at the cost of giving him the ability to come and visit at a place where even talking mushrooms knew he would be flipped to the dark side eventually. The Abyss absolutely bamboozled him, and it worked out perfectly, at least until Manus got handsy. And all he really got out of it was probably the coolest nickname ever. But in the end, Artorius Abyss walked so that we could Abyss run. I imagine the 4 kings were screaming, crying, and throwing up when they found out the scheme produced a ring making it possible for undead to reach them, and a sword that could kill ghosts. Artorius was sent to wipe out New Londo's Abyss-corrupted knights, who recently rebranded. While I have no doubt he absolutely destroyed some Darkwraiths, to say he succeeded is debatable at best. Maybe we should ask some of the ghosts how they feel about his work. Glowing review. It's kinda like if I had a snake infestation in my basement, so I opened up some pipes and told everyone I got rid of the snakes. Then they started calling me Pipe Cutter Ricky. Maybe they drowned, or maybe the snakes are still there just underwater now. The only thing for certain is the catastrophic damage I've done to my basement. To be clear, I don't think Artorius had anything to do with the flooding of New Londo. I think someone got uncomfortable with the slow progress and chose the nuclear option. The propagandist story, of course, being that the great knight Artorius beat the Darkwraiths. Normally, when it comes to atrocities being committed for the so-called greater good, I immediately look to Gwyn. However, his soul would have been split long before the New Londo water park opened, so I think he was already in the barbecue at this point. I think this is when Honor Londo awarded Artorius the Silver Pendant. It was both a reward and a way to increase his efficiency in case the darkness decided to pop up in a human settlement where they didn't have a contingency plan in place. Cue Oolacile. Darkstalker Kath tricks these people into digging up Manus and screwing with his corpse. I'm not sure what he told them, but they did seem to see some returns on this. They were able to create some new dark sorceries before everyone went bananas. I don't know what kind of moron made the call to only send one knight and his pupper down there, but again, my usual suspect is ruled out. Japanese Golf makes very clear that Gwyn is already in the oven at 450 at this point, but I also think this would have been an all-hands kind of thing for him. I think even Smo's big ass would have been down there trying to shove Manus out of the ring if Gwyn had anything to say about it. Sif and Artorius lose handily down there. Artorius breaks his left arm and can tell that the Abyss is seeping into his soul, but proves why poise is the perfect stat to associate with the Wolf Knight. He protects Sif with his great shield, stashes him behind a series of illusory walls, and makes his way out to get help. I've seen theories that the silver pendant was stolen from Artorius, or he lost it, but I really don't think that these goofballs are leaving notes. Artorius still had enough of himself left to stash it behind a wall that these creatures of darkness could not get past, so that maybe the next person up would be able to find it and have a chance against Manus. I don't think he fully succumbed to the Abyss until right outside of his arena, where you can see this juice trail begin. Artorius may not be much of a closer, but he is one hell of a setup man. He marked the path to the boss, stashed a super useful tool against the dark, and left Alvina to guide you to a sword doggo to fight with. Basically, he stopped just short of wiping your ass for you. Knight Artorius is the Tony Watson of Dark Souls. He does make you earn it though. The arena he's going berserk in blocks your path to Manus, so you have no choice but to put him out of his misery. Kieran shows up after and asks if she can have his soul to put him to rest properly. That soul totally isn't going into a shrine in her bedroom closet next to locks of his hair, a few of his baby teeth, and a statue made of his old chewing gum. The chosen undead succeeds where he failed, but Artorius gets the Harvey Dent treatment. He's the hero Lord Rand needs right now, so Elizabeth tells everyone that Manus and Artorius traded kills. Probably for the best. The whole time travel thing would have broken people's minds, and I'm not even sure the chosen undead is a good guy. You kill Sith 3 times if you 100% the game. Plus, the legend of Artorius went on to inspire an army of undead to fight the Abyss wherever it popped up. The Abyss Watchers were created in the perceived image of the Wolf Knight. They were committed enough to drink a little bit of wolf blood, but not committed enough to break their left arms and use it to throw pocket sand. Or maybe they just haven't earned enough wolf bucks to trade in for the Great Shield prize yet. So if you're keeping score, Abyss Walking was a product of getting fleeced, his victory over the Darkwraiths was greatly exaggerated, and an undead from the future stopped Manus in almost his entire legacy as a farce, but he was still a badass and a legend. And to be fair, his death was kind of a screw job. He never should have been sent after Manus alone, and I don't even think he was the best Knight of Gwyn for the job. Oddly enough, the best one for the job was tricked into thinking he was blind and locked in a tower by the people of Oolacile. Curious. There was no abyss to walk in Manus's cave, but there was a nice perch to snipe him from. Artorius had experience fighting the abyss, but that doesn't mean he was right for the job. If I flipped burgers at McDonald's for 20 years, I'd have a lot of experience making food, but that doesn't mean you should ask me to make your wedding cake. Honestly, maybe not even a proper hamburger.